What's going on, y'all? It's Greg. Greg said it. Back with our inspiration, motivation. Second of the day. Typical Sunday. If you're new here, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you can catch what's going on. We had our typical live, Sunday live around 12:30. Sometimes a little early, we let everyone know. But this is what we do on the weekend. And we had a good conversation this morning talking about what to expect the first game against North Dakota State. Just kind of going over some things we see, some things we notice. Very positive, mostly positive. Some things to keep an eye out for. But like we've been saying, the season is here. And it's nothing to rush now. Everything counts. All the time counts. That we can touch up on some things, get some things straight. Make sure everything is good, because this is it. We got to make a statement. We want respect. You got to get the respect. And you're going to earn respect. I don't know. Some people you're not going to earn because they're not looking to give you no respect. They're not genuine. But for the most part, got a lot to look forward to. And I'm not going to look past North Dakota State. People said, oh, okay, you got it. We're not looking past. We're looking forward to North Dakota State. Everybody want to see what it's going to look like. And I got some good feelings. And everything else that we need to tighten, we can tighten up on, figure out. I know they're getting that handled right there every day doing camp. And I thought about something because, you know, the hype and the I wouldn't even call it hype. The drama continues as always. We just had a press conference. Coach Prime had a situation with one of the reporters who always got something to say. Ben always had something to say. And Coach Prime kind of checked them, but in a nice way. Passive aggressive, just like the dude. And, you know, let them know, look here, what you here for. And, you know, didn't cuss out, didn't dog them out. And the guy tried to, of course, be a victim, which they expected. But it was interesting. Some people made some comments, other reporters, like, what did he expect? You know, whatever. He expect special treatment. He ain't did nothing type of thing. But the reality is, one, I told y'all that's what they wanted to do, they evil behinds. They want them to have the lowest record possible so they can justify mistreating the guy and the disrespect, because that's ultimately their goal. They're not here to be genuine. They didn't want him down in the first place. They want to put him in his place. And, you know, they don't respect him as a college coach. They don't think he deserves to be a college coach, and they're not giving him room to show otherwise. So they're looking for every confirmation. They'll create the confirmation bias. We know that they beat Utah, and they stole that game from them. We know that they could have got some other games that had some weird stuff going on, because they wouldn't be able to use that narrative if he had won 7 games as much. They're going to do it anyway, but they don't want to be obvious. So he got to beat them to be obvious. And he got to beat them obviously. Like, you got to be too big to rig. They got to be too big to rig. You know, that's the only way, because if they're close enough, they're going to rig the game. They're going to put people out the game. They're going to call penalties. We've seen it. How you lose so many games last year? Out of the 8, at least 6 of them was close, within a possession or 2. All the games was that way. So we know, anybody who actually played ball, we know that it don't take much to get a game in control. You can interrupt people's momentum. You can call back touchdowns. You can call penalties, especially at the wrong time, and in very important times, transitional times. When a team, you finally stop them and they holding a personal foul or whatever, some stuff you can call any play. It's an aggressive sport. You can choose when to call a personal foul. You can choose when to call roughing the passer. It's always borderline. Holding is always borderline. You know, pass interference is always borderline. Sometimes you be like, they didn't call that. And then sometimes you be like, okay. You know, so that's the thing. If I felt like Utah wasn't a close game, but they made it close. They made sure that Utah barely beat them. But really, Utah really lost by at least 3 touchdowns. So you got to be careful with this situation. But I wonder, like, what do you really would expect from Coach Prime, really? They wanted him to bow down and kiss the ring or something? Like, when they were losing, they wanted to just poke at him and he just, you know, just surrender to them. Like, what was their goal? Because clearly they got a motive. It's not just football. They want to humble him. They were saying we got to humble. They got all that going on. No matter how nice he be, he gonna have something to say. They putting up every flaw he don't have, his players have, they don't have. They keep up stories, mostly lies. And if they get a little piece of truth, they're gonna stretch it. So what are we really looking at here? Because it seemed to me they want him to just, I don't know, go away. And if he's gonna be that, just shut up, let them treat you any kind of way. They don't want him to say he's gonna win, expect to win. It's just horrible to them. And it's like, everybody expect their team to win. I mean, who wants to pay somebody to lose? Who wants to pay somebody who don't really believe in their team? Who wants to play for that guy? Who wants to play for the person who really don't believe in them? Nobody. So it's almost like they get angry when he expresses himself, when he expresses that he feels his team can win. And that's weird. It's intimidating. Is it jealousy? I don't know. It could be a combination. Because the reality is, most people are intimidated by a confident person. And sometimes you put yourself at such a level of confidence that they want you to be on their level, confidence-wise or whatever. They got to pull you down to their level because they can't stand to see that you have hope because they ain't got none. Some people operate like that. That's a jealousy. That's a hate. That's a whatever. It's like he lost. They want him to be depressed. He's happy. He's still going on. And that just bothers them even more. They taking shots at a person, dogging a person out every chance they get, clearly treating them different than everybody else, no matter what a clown try to say. And yet, he's still walking around like he's not bothered. And he still is happy and going along with it. And that seems to make people even madder. They want to take you out. They don't want you to have hope. They don't want you to dream, believe, I believe. They don't want you to do none of that. And the more you do that, as they take shots, it infuriates them. Because it reminds them they ain't God. They ain't powerful. And then they take on the God complex and they just come even harder. Y'all, this thing gonna have to stop. We gonna have to stand behind Coach Prime, support him. Can't let him just get out there by himself. We see what's going on. And that's one of my MOs as a content creator. I feel like if we see stuff, we got to point it out. I definitely use my platform. I encourage others to do the same because they must think you dumb. They cheating, they doing stuff right, and so that's Pac-12. Okay, don't believe they gonna do it here. It's a system. It's a system thing. It's a jealousy thing. It don't stop in a conference. Nobody when he went to that conference said we just gonna hate him. It's people outside that conference that hate him too, because he represents something that they don't on many different levels. It don't mean he's perfect. It just means that whatever is on him and in him, it irks them. They got to figure out what that is and why. I have an idea. But you think even in sports, it don't matter. He's a disruptor. He's disrupting the norms. He's challenging some things. He's bringing some things into place that are intimidating on some level. But I don't know. So I would think if it was just sports, it would be normal talk. It would be normal sports talk. I expect to win. We're going all the way. Everybody say that, even the losing team. But they don't want Coach Prime to say that. And that's just weird. It's weird. But like I say, it's do or die now. A couple weeks, it is what it is. It's time to put up or shut up. We're going to see exactly what they made of. And it's no more hypotheticals. We're going to get to see firsthand. Now I'm looking forward to it, no rush. But I'm just Greg. Greg said it. Again, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. And I'll be talking to y'all soon.